Okay, it is dinner time, and I thought I'd walk you through how I'm gonna make dinner tonight. One of the foods that I get asked for recipe ideas or just content ideas all the time is how to use lentils more. So tonight I'm making sloppy joes for dinner that is gonna have lentils as well as ground turkey, and I was gonna walk you through how. Okay, first up I have a very large onion that I chopped and then I sauteed just in some olive oil. I'm gonna toss in a pound of ground turkey. I'm gonna break that up. The tool that I'm using for this meal is this stove cooking utensil. It is my preferred cooking utensil is a wooden spoon, but it doesn't do everything. And I love this because it is flat, so you kind of got a spatula. You can really easily break stuff up. And then it's also obviously great for scooping. I know raw turkey is not the most appetizing, but I'm gonna brown this up and then I'll come. Okay, so while that's cooking, I thought I'd show you the lentils. I find such a hard time finding lentils in a can, but when I find them, I usually buy a few of them. So I'm gonna add 1 can of lentils, which is gonna add 32-ish grams of protein, as well as almost 40 grams of fiber. And it's gonna help to stretch this. So it's gonna take something like usually a pound of meat, I would say makes about 1 serving, or excuse me, about 4 servings, so 4-ounce servings. I'm gonna turn this into something that gives us 6 servings of these sloppy joes. And I love adding lentils to ground meat products because it kind of resembles ground meat. So something like sloppy joes or something like tacos or ground meat spaghetti sauce. Those are all great examples of meat dishes that you can stretch a little bit farther by adding some lentils. Again, you're gonna get some more protein in it. And of course, adding 40 grams of fiber is also awesome. And I don't know if this is happening to you or not, but TikTok Shop is just getting me lately. This tool is amazing. I'm throwing food everywhere, but it's just A+. Love. Okay, my meat is brown, so I'm gonna toss in. I just drained and rinsed those lentils. They're stored in water, so you wanna make sure. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Looks like ground meat. All right, seasonings. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm gonna add a whole tablespoon of garlic and probably 2 teaspoons of salt. There they are. You can definitely add fresh garlic to this, but in the theme of keeping it easy, I'm just gonna go for ground. Okay, and then what actually makes it saucy, so the Manwich containers, an easy way to make it is ketchup, barbecue sauce, and a little bit of red wine vinegar. I'm just gonna use tomato paste and red wine vinegar. If it needs a little bit extra sweetness, I might do a sprinkle of sugar or a little bit of honey. But I am not gonna use ketchup because I'm trying to not eat that much sugar. So this is about 2/3 of this 6-ounce tomato paste jar. And then I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. And then I'm gonna fill this back up and put in about 4 ounces of water. And then I'm gonna just let it simmer. So turn your heat down so it can simmer around for a little bit, and then it'll be ready. Okay, after mixing everything around, I decided I wanted to use the whole 6-ounce can. So I put in 6 ounces of the tomato paste, 6 ounces of water, mixed everything up, and it tastes like sloppy joes. It is nice and crumbly. So using my fancy tool here, I'm just gonna slide it on top of some high fiber bread. My favorite bread is Dave's Killer bread because it gives you per slice 5 grams of fiber and 5 grams of protein. So this meal is super, super high in protein as well as really high in fiber. And literally the lentils have disintegrated. You can't even see them. So even your pickiest eaters will not try this or won't hate it because there's beans in it. And sloppy joes always reminds me of summer camp. So I'm just gonna serve it with some carrots and celery on the side. Super, super easy weeknight meal. Let me know if you